This is an in-depth tutorial on how to use Prax. If you want a tutorial on how to download the client, well, then I will link that down in the description below. Anyways, let's get right in. As I said, I'm going to be teaching you everything you need to know on how to use it. So, first off, we can just look on the screen over here. As you can see in the top left, there is a little icon that says Prax, and in the top right, there is the array list. And the array list is actually a list of all the different utilities and hacks that are currently enabled. So, you can press on the insert button, and as you can see, what that is going to do is that is going to actually open up this area right here. Now, if you have a 60% keyboard, then if you don't have the insert key, something that might work is FN and then J. Anyways, on mine it doesn't work because I don't have a 60% keyboard but a larger one. Anyways, continuing, you can actually also rebind that by going into the chat, typing in .bind just like that, then click GUI like so, and then whatever key you want to link it to. For example, F. Then, once I've done that, as you can see, successfully bound click GUI to F, which means now whenever I click on F, the click GUI area will open. So, looking around here, you can see that some of these are enabled by default and others are disabled. Most are disabled, as you can see, and you can see the ones that are enabled by their slightly highlighted white color. Alright, so let's take a look first at the ones that are standard enabled. You might want to turn some of them off, actually. So you'll have been seeing that, well, let me close this. In the chat over here, there's people talking. That is the IRC, which you can hover over here. It says Internet Relay Chat, which allows for communication with other users in Prax. It is standard enabled, but if you don't like the random chat messages all the time, then you can just disable it like that. As you can see, you've been disconnected from the chat. Anyways, continuing here, you can, for example, also remove that watermark there by disabling the watermark like so. And as you can see in the array list over here, which lists, as I said, all active utilities, you can see that they're also actually disappearing. So if you don't want the array list there either, then as you can see, you can also disable that. And now if I close this, it just looks like regular Minecraft, but I can still open and close up the module. And the hacks that will of course still work, you'll just not get a full list of the ones that are currently enabled. Continuing, you can basically just turn any of these that you want on and then off again, right? That is pretty simple. You can do that simply by clicking on them. You can actually also right click on them like so, and that'll give you a little bit of a customization menu. As you can see, some of these have more customization than others. So Scaffold, for example, has a lot of customization. This will allow you to tailor it completely to your needs and also potentially bypass some maybe anti-hacks. Now, whenever you enable or disable something, as you can see, you will get a little bit of a notification right down there, which you can actually also put away a bit quicker if you click on the check mark. There you go, then it'll automatically disappear, but they don't stay there for very long, right? So as you see, I have Scaffold enabled right now, which allows me to do some funny stuff. Anyways, so in here, as you can see, also in the bottom right hand side, there is a little settings cog. If I click on that right there, it'll allow me to adjust the click GUI settings. And what this allows me to do is change stuff like the saturation and stuff like that. This is all purely visual stuff that you can edit the click GUI, which is this area. So you can, for example, change the font we have here. As you can see, size. There's some miscellaneous things, colors. So you can basically do all that if you wish. All of this in the settings area is purely cosmetic. As you can see, you can also load and save specific configs for the way that this click GUI area looks. Anyways, if you want to align these in different ways, well, you can actually, as you can see, drag them just like that. Maybe they're kind of like this and you want to reset them at least a little bit. Well, what you can then do is just scroll, for example, down and then just like that, and now they are all at the same height at least. Or you can, as you can see, scroll up actually, and then they'll all get aligned in a different way, right? So that's basically kind of maybe a cool trick. I don't know. Maybe you're gonna use it, maybe not. Anyways, really, there isn't much more to it than that. It is also all pretty self-explanatory, as you can just hover above these to get a little description of what the utility actually does. Anyways, for right now, guys, that was basically that. Thank you ever so much for watching, and I hope to see you again in the next one. Bye-bye.